Thank you very much for joining us here on Going Beyond. Takes all sorts to make the world. Dr. Arun, who's here with me today, is an avid lover of vintage cameras and photography. And he's going to tell me all about this museum that he has. I suspect this is really the love of his life. Doctor, thank you so much for being with me. And I know that you've left your clinic just to come here to attend this interview.
Yes.
So now, you started collecting cameras when?
Thank you first for inviting me for your show.
It's my pleasure, Doctor.
It's always good when somebody talks to me about cameras.
You love them. You love them. Yes, yes.
I get invited for dental talks and for camera talks. So this is one of my passions. I started in 1997. I used to be a big collector of all sorts of things. But cameras as such started in 1997 because I had finished my MDS, I've come down. And if you know, there used to be a flea market near _market.
Yes, that's right.
It's still there.
It's still there, yes.
And that's been there forever. So at that time, when I was walking through the flea market, because cameras is just one of the stuff I collect. And that particular day when I was walking down, I saw an old lady with two twin lens cameras on the platform. Twin lens cameras is the one with two lenses which people open and see.
Yes.
You have seen all the movies. It's a classic design.
Yes.
And these two are actually broken. I mean, it's all damaged beyond repair. But twin lens is still a twin lens camera. So the minute I saw it, I decided, okay, I'm getting these two. And you wouldn't believe at that time, 150 rupees is what I paid per camera. 300
Amazing!
300 rupees per.
Amazing.
And that was the first two cameras. And holding it itself, like if you are a collector, people understand that it's like a
joy.
diamond. Yeah, the joy. And when I went home, and for me, this camera, broken or not, doesn't matter at all. I just had this. And looking at it, then I started wondering, why do you have two lenses? Like you need only one lens to take a picture. And when you had these two lenses, the top was broken, so I could see through the top.
Right.
Inside, then I saw there's one lens, there was a mirror in between. So there was no internet in 1987, no mobile phones there.
Yes.
And
no information was forthcoming.
Exactly. No, information was not as easy as today. You just click on a Google.
Correct.
So that time, the only genuine information, authentic information, was the British Council Library. The one in Mount Road, which is there even today.
That's right.
So I used to go there on Sundays, and thankfully, they had one or two really good books on cameras. And they keep changing the books. So luckily, when I was there, these books were there. And when I started going through it, I realized that there are so many types of cameras which you don't even know existed. So that's the time, the interest started coming in. And wherever I went, when I saw these old cameras there, I used to pick them up. And that time it was just 100, 200. That's the max because I couldn't afford two big cameras.
Right.
The next challenge was how do people know I'm collecting? Again, you don't have WhatsApp groups where you can just put up.
That's right.
I tell my friends and, people come, I arranged it in a cupboard. People come in, they see, oh, so many cameras you have. And in everybody's house, there'll be one or two old ones which you're not using.
Yes. Now
that digital came, what do you do with the film cameras? It's actually occupying space in your house. You can't use it. You don't have film. If you want, there's no film. If you get a film somewhere, there's nobody to develop it. So ultimately, the only one of the good options is me to give it to me.
You're the right person to give it to. Yes.
So I used to put in, Ananagar Times. There used to be free ads. There's a magazine. I used to put, camera collector, any old cameras, pass it. And we used to get a lot of cameras that way.
Right. But you currently have 1,600 cameras?
You're way out.
What do you mean? Much more than that?
5,707 is the Guinness record, which I hold now. 1,900 was the first record.
Okay.
Which was the highest collection of unique film cameras.
Okay, at that time.
Film cameras at that time. That was in 2 years back, 23. And in 25, now the record which I hold is the largest collection of cameras in the world, unique. And the previous record was 4,600. So my take was like, if I'm going to cross it just by 50 or 100, it makes no sense. Like it's nothing. Somebody might cross it faster.
Right.
I didn't keep the number as my limit. I kept the time. I said 6 months after I crossed this, I'll stop. And that 6 months when I crossed it, my number 5707 cameras, and it's increasing. Like a collector cannot stop. Yeah, it's there in your blood. Whenever you see it, still people come, still people donate to me cameras to me. So it keeps increasing. But at that point of time when I got the Guinness record, which was 4 months back, the number was 5707.
Right. Was it easy to apply and get the Guinness Book of World Records?
There's a lot of protocol involved because it's a genuine,
collector.
Authentic. Yeah, collector.
Yes.
No, the Guinness Association, which is giving it, is a very genuine thing.
Indeed.
So you can't fool around with them, and they want to make sure the protocols are basically to make sure that I am genuine.
Did they come and see your work?
Yes,
the cameras?
Yes,
they did.
We had inspections happening, and we need to, every single out of the 5,707 cameras has to be photographed, the details written, which company, where it was made and all that. And then the next thing is more complicated. I need to entirely pinpoint where the camera is. Like it's room number 3, cupboard number 5, row number 6, camera number 2,
Wow.
Exactly, because the person who's coming for inspection, humanly, it's not possible to see 5,700. So what they do is they select randomly about 300 cameras.
Just offhand?
Just offhand. No, we give them a book. I give them such a huge book with all the cameras.
Okay.
They just come prepared and they come and say, okay, camera number 1654, cupboard number 6. They'll check and say, okay, that's there. They just... So randomly, if they do 300 and all 300 are there, it's taken that it's a genuine collection.
Correct. Okay. So was that actually your goal as you went along, Doc?
No, the goal was never for the museum or never for the Guinness Book initially. It's just a passion for my own satisfaction. I collect things. People buy things what they want. People... it's like that having a collection was a passion of mine.
Okay, so tell me then,
which
is your favorite passion? Which camera? There are so many.
Okay, like again, every camera is important to you because every camera has, it's not easy.
Question.
It's not easy to collect. But then there are a few cameras. There's a twin lens camera, which is, it's a grey color twin lens camera. It's called a Yashika grey. It's a very rare camera. I liked it for 2 reasons. One is I love twin lens cameras. And that's a very, very rare camera. It's really new. The second reason is how I got the camera.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was a doctor, pediatrician, a lady, who was 86. So Jesus called me and said, Doc, I have something. I'm leaving back to the US. My children are there. So I want to give this particular camera to you. I said, okay. I just went there and she went in and she got this camera. Okay. And she said, I want to give it to you. I said, okay. And she's coming to give it and then something stopping. She's not able to part ways with
How
it. Just
sad,
a second.
yes. She couldn't bear it. She couldn't bear the thought. Yes, right.
So what happened is, she used to come. So I said, okay, if you want to have it, it's okay. She said, no, I want to give it to you. And then she gave it to me. Then I opened it. It's called a Yashika B range camera, grey color, which only a few thousands were manufactured. For a collector, it's a very rare piece.
Valuable.
Very, very valuable. More than valuable, it's a rare. Yeah,
sentimental more than anything else.
So when I got this, I asked her, and if you go to the net, that camera will come up somewhere and it will be in an average condition. And they'll speak of it like, such a okay condition. Getting it in an average condition was such a big thing. And this didn't have even a scratch on it. Brand new.
Wow.
So I asked her, how did you get this? Somewhere in the 1950s, her husband proposed to her with this camera. Okay. And that day onwards, it's been locked in her cupboard. She's not touched it a single day also.
It's almost really brand new.
It is brand new. Probably one of the only brand new cameras of that type, because whoever's bought the camera has used it and they've been using it. This, she has not touched the camera. So it's as new packed. The leather is so good around it. That was my favorite camera. And she told me, take care of it. I said, absolutely. You've given it to me, it'll be safe. And she was traveling 2 days after that. So that was her
farewell gift
a
way,
yes.
in a way to you. Yes.
No, her satisfaction that it's reached somewhere safe.
Doctor, what about, I read somewhere about this World War II cameras. I want you to tell me about those.
Okay, there are some extremely rare cameras in the collection which were used in the during World War II by the Americans. It was used by the army people itself.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about journalists. I'm talking about the army.
Okay.
Now, you would have seen footages of World War, the people dropping bombs and all.
Yes, yes.
So, these are cameras which are attached to the bottom of the aeroplane.
Wow.
So, and it's all mechanical. There's no battery at that time. So, they used to wind the camera, and then it shoots for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So, you got to go do whatever you're doing, you're supposed to, whatever captured, you need that. And it's automatic. It keeps, as the spring action comes down, it slows down. So, this was the cameras we used. There was one camera which is there in the collection, which was used to photograph the Hiroshima-Nagasaki bombing.
Oh.
The model, it's not the same camera. Very few of those were made only for
that purpose.
For the Air Force, and for the Royal Navy of UK.
The British Royal Navy.
Royal Navy. So now the thing about these cameras is, how do you reach them? It's not made for the public.
Yes.
It's just your luck. Sometimes you're there at the right time or right place, or sometimes the camera comes to you. It searches and comes to you.
Right.
So that way. And there was one more camera. It's not a commercially made camera. It's called a periscope camera. In the Vietnam War, it has a handle, and you can see on top. A small pipe alone comes out, and you can actually click pictures.
Underwater.
You are underwater. The pipe which comes out, it can actually...
Is above the water level.
above the water level.
Right.
And that one is, it takes pictures. Second thing is for safety. They can know where it's just like a periscope, you're holding it. But you take pictures, and later you can utilize, they used to utilize that to see where the enemy camps were and all that. So these were some really rare cameras made only for the military.
So where did you find this kind of a camera?
I mean, multiple places, but the periscope camera was, there was a friend of mine in Thailand who's also, who knows I was collecting and all that. There was a US Army auction which came in, and this camera came. And he was there for some other reason, but then when he saw the camera, he decided, okay, I'm going to get this for Dr. Arun. Luckily, he got that camera.
For you?
No, he gave it to me. He may not have got it for me. He would have got it for some reason. But it served no purpose for me. He was just having it for some time. And then when I went to Thailand, he called me, he gave it to me. So that was that's what I said. Sometimes it comes looking for you.
It comes calling.
Calling you. It
calling.
wants to be in my...
That's
Other
right.
than that, we've had some dealers, one or two people who... See, now the tough time was in the early stages. Now half the people know I collect cameras. So even the dealers, people like, they get cameras and coming. You'll be surprised to know who are my main supplier of cameras.
Tell me.
You can't guess that.
No, I can't. Tell me.
The rag pickers.
Really? They find something somewhere.
Because so many people just throw it. Yes. See, if there's one old camera lying down and the owner goes away, his children just think of it as rubbish in the house.
Yes.
The whole stuff goes out.
Correct.
So what these people do is, They collect they are picking up all odd stuff. Now for them, if they take it, what they usually do is they break it up and put it for plastic and they get 1, 2 rupees, 3 rupees out of it. You won't believe, very, very rare cameras, classic cameras have all been broken down in the plastic shop. Because who's going to buy that from them? Now people are almost like salaried by me, you know.
Yes.
Every week they come and
they bring something to you.
We don't, yeah, every week they get, and there's no talking, you know, reducing price, high price. It's a fixed price. He'll come, sir, 8 cameras. Okay, I'll pay him for 8 cameras. He's happy. He gets 10 times more than what the plastic fellow pays him.
Right. So, doctor, tell me something. Do you think that you, Dr. Arun, are eventually somewhere along the way going to say, enough's enough now. I think I've had enough. Will you ever reach that point? Does a collector ever reach that?
There's nothing, there's no enough at all for us.
There's never enough.
There's never enough. Because there will, when you, okay, I feel, okay, that's enough, I'm going to stop. And suddenly one thing comes in, you know, it stirs your thing back to your normal.
You can't resist it, can you?
You can't resist it, and we don't want to resist it. Why should I, if I resist it, I know it's going to go off somewhere. So as well, I'll keep it. I keep it in a collection.
Yes.
See, 10 cameras with somebody doesn't make a difference. If you have a very old book with you,
yes,
only the person who reads books, who collects old books, or knows about will know the value.
That's
you have just some old stuff which just goes thrown out. So if I don't take it, I know it's going to go abroad, it's going to go somewhere here or somewhere. So as well I take it, but not as voraciously as I used to collect before. Because now it's a little more, mature collection.
Right.
Collection of things which need to be in the museum, not everything which just crosses your path.
Right. So you have your museum, which is on the Beach Road, on the ECR Road.
Yes.
How big is your museum? Do you have a lot of people visiting?
The museum is we have about 5 or 6 rooms totally.
Okay.
Large rooms. Each occupying, which each has a lot of cameras. And the largest camera in the collection is about 6.5 feet long.
6.5 feet?
Feet long. You can sleep inside, nobody will know.
My gosh.
It's large, it's about 4 feet tall. Okay.
What would they use that for?
These are cameras which were made in 1890s. When you have a camera of 6 feet length is that's the focusing thing.
Well, the length of that.
Of it, yeah. Yes. That's why you can't keep it in any house also.
Yes.
And then the glass film used to be 3 feet. Now, why do you need a large thing is, when they make a print, you get a huge thing. Now, most of these cameras were only in the palaces. If you go to Mysore Palace, every room you will find about 50 photos, 100 photos are there. And you will also see those huge paintings and everything. And some of these paintings were actually traced from the pictures which were taken. Because it's a glass plate, it's transparent. The image comes. They put a light on top, they keep the image, they put a canvas down, large canvas. Now, because it's the image falls on it. And the artist actually paints the image.
Wow. And
sometimes looking at the painting, you think, wow, these guys are so good. It's so accurate, but actually they are traced down from, many of them are traced from images which were taken on the glass plates.
Right.
Which were there.
Tell me something. Do you spend every free waking moment of yours when you're not with your patients in your clinic? Do you spend the rest of your time looking at your cameras, admiring them, going to your museum?
No, actually.
Why?
These are not only 2 things in my life. There are so many other things in life which probably I'm not exposed to. I have a resort going on. I started on my own. Some beach houses and that. Then I I'm attached to some of these associations.
Okay.
NGOs, organizations where we go and do some work there.
Right. Okay.
There's there's an organization we do.
Absolutely. I know that one.
I have a dental there inside for the last 30 years.
Oh, okay.
Dental clinic is mine
In
there,
there.
inside.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just for those people.
Right.
So we get involved with those activities.
You have
also.
other interests
things
as
also.
well.
But the good thing about this is, like you said, there's not a single moment I'm awake which I get bored about. Because you have always so many things to look at, so many things to do.
Right.
When people call and say, okay, I have nothing to do, boring, I said that means you've not made use of
There's something
time
wrong
at all.
with you,
Yes,
I think.
yeah.
What about photography, Doctor? Because it's photography and vintage
Camera
cameras.
museum,
So
yes.
tell me, was your first love then photography as a child?
Photography, like my collections and all started when I was 6 years, 7 years. I used to collect all sorts of stuff.
Very little boy, yes.
Yeah, but photography started when I was in 7th or so standard. When I was in school, my dad got me a small Konica, the point and shoot cameras.
Yeah,
no? But
right.
that is like owning a car at that time.
Yes, that's true.
And because many people didn't have it. And sometimes they used to, when there's functions, they used to call me because I'm the only one with the camera to click pictures. Yeah. And that gives you a leverage also
Yes,
with people, others.
Of course.
Yeah, because if you're not good to me, you don't have your picture coming up.
Right,
So,
right. Did your father like photography that
Yes,
means?
yes. He was doing nobody does as a professional thing, but they used to love taking pictures. Only now you have photography as a profession. At that time, you say for photography profession, it's only a studio where they take pictures. That's the professional part of photography.
That is true.
It was never, in India at least, it was never as, people devote their entire life to photography as a profession. There's always some profession which you're doing, and photography used to be
a secondary
like
love, really.
like a love which
exactly.
It's only in the 2000s, actually, people started looking at photography as a individual profession who they would live their life earning from photography.
Yes, but some of the world's most famous people are actually photographers who have made their living and who have become so famous.
Today's world, everybody is a photographer.
Yes,
everybody's got a camera. I mean, the thing is now, there's a photographer in every single person. You look at Instagram, everybody's putting photographs, and
that's right.
Good photographs. I wouldn't say it's not equipment plays a part of it. Your imagination and your artistic talent is the other part.
Right. Your son is taking after you in your footsteps, isn't he?
Yes.
He is studying photography in Canada.
Yeah.
So have you inspired him? Have you encouraged him towards in this direction?
I think somewhere there would have been an inspiration because he is, but my inspiration would have been just the first step because his interest is huge. He literally lives on photography. He keeps innovating a lot, and this was the course that's what I tell now. Just the whole world is open for it. Don't put any
restrictions on yourself.
He wanted, I don't want him to be a doctor. Because if I made him a doctor, he would have been the worst doctor because his mind is not in medical or dentistry. His mind is only in photography.
Yeah.
So let him go with the flow. And when you do that, when you put a person in his interest, he starts outshining everybody else there. At least he has, in being in photography for 4 years, he's got selected for the World Photography Contest. He got a special mention for his photograph.
Wow.
He came 3rd in one of the competitions worldwide.
Wow, that's something else.
So that's recognition which is coming in.
Exactly.
But I would have been the first start. But he built up on...
you were the initial impetus, I suppose.
He is the only one in my family who actually comes to the museum and sees what's...
Really?
Yeah. Okay. He likes the cameras. So he comes in like he wants to, whatever's new, I show him whatever new collections have come, and he has a lot of thing at that.
Can I ask you a final question, Dr. Arun?
Yes.
How many people visit your museum, maybe on a monthly or a daily basis, or what is the interest that people have in coming and seeing your beautiful collection?
See, there are a lot of people. It's in our tourist area.
Yes.
It's on the East Coast Road.
Right.
Which has a lot of moving population. That's one of the reasons I kept it there, because in a city, it's a stagnant population.
That's right.
Once they see, they're not going to come back again. But ECR is a flowing population. New people come in every day, every week. But I am not looking at mass of people seeing my collection.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the qualitative approach of the people coming in. I want people who love photography,
love to look at cameras.
It. Nowadays, I kept it open only on Sundays.
Okay.
Only on appointments. And that's very satisfying, because only the people who love antiques, people who love old camera, people who love photography
would like to come and see.
They are the people who come in. And you can have a very intellectual discussion with them, talk to them about things. I don't mind even spending 3 hours, 4 hours showing them.
So you go there those days?
Yes, I go on Sundays. Every Sunday I go there.
Okay.
Invariably, there's some 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗃 students who will want to come and see. And because their subject, there are people who do research who come in. But our more thing is about people in the level who understand what the collection is.
What it's all about.
What it's all about, exactly. Yes.
And I suppose they also see that here is a lover of these beautiful cameras.
Yes.
That must be tremendous satisfaction for you.
Lot. There was a couple from Germany who had come to Chennai, and one of the main agenda of their travel was to visit the museum.
Really?
So they came on a Wednesday. They came at 10 o'clock and they left at 6 o'clock because the boy had to close down by 7. The next day morning again they came. They wanted to hold on to each, feel the cameras, and they couldn't finish it there.
Precious.
Yes, because they were so
enamored.
They said they were not seen a collection of this type with this numbers. And they were going off to Pondicherry. So they got my number. They asked me, when are you coming to museum? I said Sunday. So Sunday they cancelled our program. From Pony they came back to the museum again.
To meet with you.
To meet me. And from morning around 10:30 we met, and till almost 5 o'clock we were discussing cameras.
What an amazing day you must have
had.
For me, I can imagine.
See, that 1, 2 small things like that, no? It makes you feel, so it's not,
pure joy.
I've never started, when I started my collection, never for a Guinness record. It's never for any record. It's for my own personal satisfaction. But when it grew, people come to me, people come and ask me. There was one editor of a newspaper. It used to be inside, kept inside. He wanted to see it. And after seeing it, he said, "Doctor, there's a big injustice you're doing."
Why?
I said, "Yeah, well, I collect for myself." He said, "No, this is not only for your eyes. It has to be for the entire people should see the history of photography. There's so many." He said, "I am being in the field of news and cameras and photography." He said, "I'm stunned looking at this. Don't keep it hidden." He said, "Open it up." That's the time when my thoughts, and I also thought, because there's no space in the house, that's the time the idea of museum started. But that also was only a museum, not for any record. It's only when it started increasing, and I was just going through the Guinness record, the book, because my friend, Mr. Kennedy, a clock collector, he had got the record before me. So he told me, he said, "You should also try." So I was looking. And then I saw a category there saying largest collection of unique film cameras. And then I saw the number. It was just, it was 960.
Nowhere near 5,000.
No, 960 was, this were unique film cameras, but 960 was too less. And that's the time I started, okay, I thought, let me catalog mine. And just going through that 960, which was there, I had 1,800 unique cameras, almost double. And that was Guinness record.
Thank you, Dr. Arun.
Thank you so much.
I've had such a wonderful time talking with you.
I know.
I can see your eyes sparkle as you talk about your cameras.
Thank you. Yes.
It is really a great opportunity to be able to meet with you.
Thank you. Whenever somebody talks to you on subject that you are highly
you're passionate about,
then You don't like I said, no, you don't feel time going, you don't
I know,
feel
that's
anything.
quite true.
You can
quite
just
true.
go on and on.
It was wonderful, Dr.
Thank
Arun.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much for
Yes.
being here with me. I know you've left your patients to come and talk with me.
Yeah.
But of course, for me here, it's been an absolute joy. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to somebody who is so passionate about his cameras. It's been just so wonderful to have Dr. Arun here in my studio. And I hope that you're going to keep watching us every single weekend, because here on Going Beyond, we always manage to get people who are fascinating, people who are interesting, and people who always have a wonderful story to tell me. So until the next time, you take care. Bye for now.